I'm Izzie. I'm a design admin assistant at Seasalt Cornwall. Seasalt is a Cornish fashion brand, and all of our clothes and products are designed here in Falmouth. And this is where our head office is. So we've got us in the design team, we've got the print team, buying, tech, graphics, HR, IT, digital, it's loads of people. And then we've got an office in Redruth, which is where our warehouse is. And then we've also got shops within the UK and also internationally. So our main responsibilities include speaking to suppliers about lab dips, which are the first time we see colour on the right fabrics. We log protos coming in, we request the protos and track them until they're here. A proto is the first time we see a style in the right fabric. I think a great skill to have would be adaptable. Obviously in the fashion world things are constantly changing and trends are constantly changing, so we need to be prepared at all costs to mend things as soon as possible. So yeah, there's always a quick turnaround. I found this job through LinkedIn. I was looking for a few months. I just recently graduated at university and university was really encouraging to get us on LinkedIn, so I'd really recommend getting on LinkedIn. So at college I did fine art and sports science, and then had no idea what I wanted to do, and my nan's next door neighbour was the fashion illustration artist at Falmouth Uni, and she said, why doesn't she do sportswear, merge them together? So yeah, I studied sportswear at Falmouth Uni and ended up here. Unfortunately, due to COVID, there wasn't much work experience around. However, I took it upon myself between years at uni to look up Adobe certificates. So I did these in Photoshop, Illustrator and InDesign, which then gave me a visual design specialist certificate as well, which was great. I would really recommend building into your portfolio. This can include things as like imagery research, your own work, yeah, anything that represents your product that you want to be showing. I'd also really recommend having social media accounts. So for example, I had an Instagram account that was just purely for my design. My advice would be to make sure you're efficient in Adobe software. So mostly Illustrator is what we use, but being efficient in Photoshop and InDesign can also be really useful. So the thing that makes it a little bit hard to have a creative job in Cornwall, I think especially within the fashion industry, is there's just very limited opportunities around, just because there's not many companies that are based down here. So even though it can be a little bit difficult to find jobs in Cornwall, that's not to mean that there aren't jobs out there. I think you've just got to really push in your portfolio and make yourself stand out in front of everyone else. So I think it's great to work for a company based in Cornwall just because you're constantly surrounded by beautiful landscapes and colours. And yeah, it's amazing that we work for a company who really uses this as their inspiration, and it means we can get out there as well and look at it for ourselves. So I would tell my younger self not to be afraid, especially in a creative role. There's never a right or wrong answer and everyone's so encouraging. So yeah, just always be bold and go with what you think.